You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Watch the run.
21.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Here we go.
A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Hey, Charlie.
Now a give right side. It's Coleman. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, 44 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. He takes this for 3 to the 29. From the 29, Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ward. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Wentz. Aguilar has it. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Check 52.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Right there. 54. Right there.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like a little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and long. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Here we go. 180. 65, 65. 12, 12. Switch.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second down. Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here we go. 180. Check.
On first down, they run with Howard. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Now Wentz. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money.
of y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We see.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here we go. 280!
54! You might get
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We own it. Give. This one, Tim.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 48 yards. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play. Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Done. 180. Hey, bus.
Check 24. Slam.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Yeah, he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. But I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes, and the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check 49, check 49. 43, 43. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Zoom, fellas, let's go. 36, 36. Yellow. Watch twits.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 9, check 9. Yellow. Alpha. Check safety, check safety. Check 15, check 15. 15. Yes.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. On first down. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Chris Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He's checking. Crash. Check 30 general. Pass. 15. Check 43. Check your hot read.
Hey, 57.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
All day, just like that. Mike 27.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's taken on the 25. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Attack. Nickel. Kill.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down.
Hey, watch it. Yellow. Go. 36.
Mahomes to throw once more. Flush to his right. Completes it to Hardman. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Shift. Watch the shift. Yellow. Watch the shift. Hey. Watch the shift. Set.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And it bangs off the right upright, no good.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Play clock down to 0. Now, this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 20.
Yellow.
Wild Bill. Watch the orbit.
Motion. Hey, let's go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check 37. Kill.
On Sunday.
He's coming. Double up.
Go, man.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Kill.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Yellow.
Here we go. Wow. 27, Mike 27. Get in the weight room. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Switch up. Mike 27.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket, and that's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
Under 10, 10, 15. SOS.
Here we go, fourth down, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they declined the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Howard. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 23. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Watch the run. Charlie, 36.
Now here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Yellow.
Give me that ball, defense. Bravo.
They're going to try and throw. Forced out to his left. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
That one good for 33 and a 1st. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Fellas, let's go. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. No gain on this defense. No gain. Attack, attack.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Hatchet. Alpha. Mike 36. Mike 36. Come on, baby.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes flush to his right. This for his running back, McCoy. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Yellow.
Check.
Hey, 57, color, 57.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And Butker able to put this one through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
82.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But now it's third down. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Wentz. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, running right is Howard. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 39 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You've got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Wentz to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is incomplete. They had to go.